the Mothman and the Cultists. They go hand in hand and they... Or is it wing to wing? It's so hard to judge. In the wasteland, I've met them both. I've met the red-eyed Mothman, the golden-eyed Mothman, and the purple-eyed Mothman. I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. They're just having a bad day. The cult has taken over the small town of Point Pleasant. It's on the bend in the Ohio River. The bridge that used to cross over into Ohio itself has collapsed, either through seismic activity or the work of the bombs or simple negligence on the level of maintenance that's required to maintain such a thing. It's hard to say. It is the wasteland after all, and many things have fallen away. Point Pleasant was once the home of the responders. They set up an outpost there to try and take care of those people. After the bombs fell, the responders didn't know what they were walking into. Point Pleasant has always been the home of the cult of the Mothman. They were there before the war, and they're there now. I don't know if the cult killed the responders that came to the town to take care of them, or if the raiders did that for them. I honestly can't say. I do know that there are several corpses of Scorched hanging up around the town. Now, why do I know this, you ask? Well, every year in the spring and fall, a group of cultists sends out a call for us non-believers to come in and participate in their equinox event, where we help them defend their shrines from the other branch of the cult. I'm not 100% sure it's not just some great challenge that they've created for themselves, because in all honesty, the ones that they call the dim ones and the enlightened ones are pretty much the same in my point of view. They look roughly the same, they act roughly the same, and they all wear pieces of corpses on their clothing. And I'm not talking about the animals. I'm talking about Grandma and Grandpa being dug up from a graveyard, or Sarah and Billy down the street getting their heads cut off and somebody wearing their skull as part of a faceplate. I don't really take kindly to that kind of thought. The enlightened ones tend not to do that, at least not during the equinox. So I'm more than willing to go there and put a couple rifle rounds into the head of some of the dim ones, as they call it, and enlighten them to the position of a 45 caliber rifle from a rooftop. Point Pleasant had a lovely church in it. When the responders came, they used it as a staging area to do medical work. That's what they always seem to do in these places. They're usually clean, big, open environments. Now there are 6 books in cases there on display. I don't know if they were written by their great prophet or not, but I do know that their prophet was once called Brother Charles, and he supposedly summoned the Mothman prior to the bombs falling. And that's all I know about that, although I'm sure there are tapes and there are flyers and books and magazines scattered all about the wasteland, and some type of hollow files that you can find to better educate yourselves. All I'm gonna say is beware the Mothman. They're tricky. The little ones especially, and yes, there are little ones. They have some type of sonic attack that affects the inner ear and throws off your equilibrium. It also makes you, it's almost like being intoxicated or drugged, I suppose. Or that could just be the dust off their wings. Just beware the little bastards in the wasteland. Keep yourselves safe. And remember, they burn with fire.